Alright, this is an audio commentary. I'm doing doing a game out of the replays pack. This is game number 1 of Virus versus Swift. Actually, I do believe it's game number 3. Yeah, I believe it's game number 3. I don't know, actually. Well, game number 1 or game number 3, there are 5 other games out there that I will be doing and I will be putting up. I might not put them all up, but I will definitely be commentating them all. So we have Virus is going to be starting at the 4 and 5 position, I believe, while Swift is at the 12. Yes, Virus is at the bottom, while Swift is at the top. So of the two positions, 12 is definitely a better position to have. It may not be able to have wall it off, but it does not require any extra wood chopping. So to clear out the gold or any walls behind there. However, if you do want to duel, the 4 and 5 position might be a better spot to duel, but by judging by Virus's farm placement right there, he's probably not going to duel. And no, it's going to be a barracks opening for both players. If Virus does duel from this position, he generally likes to put his farm against the trees there so he can start building out the wall off from right away. Swift, on the other hand, playing up top here, is probably just going to be doing the 1 racks. Same with the 2 racks is not a very good option from 4, and it's not really a chosen option hardly at all in extremely high level play. So I'm not sure if this is a Warcraft 2 festival game or not, but it is 2 of the greatest players who against each other, so I would be very surprised to see either of these players go for a 2 racks build, but we'll have to see. And the fourth farm there goes on the inside of the base. That's because he's going to have another peasant popping out from the blacksmith, so that the peon from finishing the blacksmith is able to get back into the base if he places that farm there. And with the next farm, he will be able to wall off the base. And actually, Swift is choosing to go for the 2 racks build. So it's not the extremely fast 2 racks rush, but he's going to have the options of getting either 2 catapult or just quite a lot of grunts right away to put some early aggression and some pressure on his opponent. It might be a wise choice because there's no second barracks down for Virus as of yet, and he could cause quite a bit of repairing. Well, Virus either builds up a tower to fend his base, or builds a barracks and a catapult on the inside. So we have 18 food to 18 food. Another interesting thing, Swift chose to actually go attack first this game and then defense for his second upgrade. This is probably because if he ran into an opponent, he probably knows the Virus likes to wall off, and if he ran into an opponent who's completely walled off, the attack upgrade will help him against the buildings, while the defense, because of course buildings don't attack. So another barracks going down for Virus as well. This is most likely to get the catapult on the inside of the base and fend off any kind of early aggression. So getting that barracks down early is going to mean that he's not going to have to repair his buildings for very long when Swift comes knocking at his door. A nice little sneak in there from Virus, and he was able to disrupt one wood chopper, and then he also takes a nice engagement early on. So it's not so important of an engagement because Swift does have 2 barracks and is able to produce grunts quickly like that. But it does, however, force Swift to pull back to his base to try to deal with these 4 grunts, who could easily disrupt all of his wood chopping and put him back in the Stone Age in the race for bloodlust. So Swift walls off his base to prevent any grunts from sneaking in, and sends a small contingent down to harass Virus. But Virus's catapult is halfway from getting done, and Swift does not want to get walled in his base, so he immediately engages Virus's troops on the outside, and is able to win that fight. Meanwhile, he's attacking the very far farm at the corner. That's the one that only 2 peons could repair at that time. But the catapult pops out just in time, and you can see how good Virus's timing is, where he puts the catapult out. If that catapult would have taken any longer, that farm might have fallen. So both players are now moving into the mid game, and it looks like Virus is a little bit ahead now in the technology game, because he only did choose that smaller number of grunts. He hasn't been doing any attacking. So really just a little bit of looks like yellow is in there, and orange is attacking his base. So I probably turned off the sound there because of all the wood chopping. Must have been annoying. Yep, here it goes right now. Turning off the sound so I don't have to hear the annoying wood chopping of that watcher attacking his base. Well, so Swift is hot on Virus's heels in the technology game. He is going to have an expansion easily taken in the back of his base, so that might be one advantage that he'll have over Virus early in this game. But I do think this might be the Warcraft 2 festival. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know which Warcraft 2 festival it is, though. So Virus is just now getting out some ogres, and so Swift. They're pretty even. The 28 food for Swift, and how many food for Virus? 28 food for Swift, and well, I guess that we'll have to see. That very fast repair of that altar means the Virus definitely won't be catching Swift off guard with a bloodlust attack, and Virus decides that he's comfortable enough, because his bloodlust is going to be finishing up shortly, that he can go ahead and take that expansion. He'll be confident he can defend it when Swift arrives with his own bloodlusted ogres. You can see how few resources each of these players have in the bank at all times. So 33 34 food for Swift, and we'll have to see what Virus is once he clicks on a Virus unit. 34 to click on an ogre. What a terrible watcher. 34 to 39. So slightly in Virus's favor at the moment, but it's not much of a lead. We'll have to see. I think 1 or 2 ogre battles will easily make it so that it's a substantial lead, or I think the lead might diminish. We'll have to see. So just a small attack force, 5 ogres, 6 ogres coming in against Swift's much larger ogre count. But Swift does have bloodlust, has arrived, and he's able to easily clean up this ogre attack. And Virus, rather than losing all of his forces, backs out a little bit and decides he's going to retreat. Once again, Swift pauses the game, and we have 33 food for Swift, and we'll see what 33 food for Swift. And well, a nice engagement there for Swift, but some of those ogres were either hurt or lower level, and Virus was able to take that nice engagement. And he's looking very good going on into the late game, having his expo out already. Some defenses started, and he's won most of the ogre fights pretty easily. The ones that were taken in the middle of the map, at least. So 13,000 gold left in this mine, and that's probably about as much as that's left in Virus's. But remember, the Swift does have that extra mine at the back of his base. So 53. Oh, 53 food for Virus, and Swift has. Well, 58 food for Virus now. Well, let's see what Swift's got. Another excellent battle for Virus. Virus is taking a lot better battles in the middle. So while they don't seem like they're much of a lead, it builds up over. And now Virus probably has a substantial amount, much greater number of ogres than Swift in this game number 1 of one of the War 2 festivals. I will be casting. I might even recast this one, as you might can tell. I'm extremely tired, but I do want to watch it, and I figured as long as I'm going to watch it, I might as well cast it. And so here Virus comes trouncing into the base, cleans up those ogres, and now is things look like they might be over for Swift. So game number 1 goes to Virus. Tune in next time for game number 2. Let's see in this exciting series. Actually, you probably aren't going to find a series quite as exciting as this one.